Welcome to this week's edition of Mainely Motorsports, and wow, still recovering from the Northeast Motorsports Expo, and great time had by all. Really appreciate all the people that stepped up to make it a great event. You know, the people that helped. You'll see them. You'll see some of them on screen. You know, Corey Creamer, Amy. You'll see some behind the scenes. Well, you'll hear about some from behind the scenes. Dave Stewart, who edits the show. Dick Obie, who we wish the best as he went in for surgery. He stayed right out there, and it's like that. It's like that player that plays right to the end, and then they know they need surgery, but they put it off till the off season. And Dick worked with us all weekend and got us through the show, and went in for shoulder surgery. So hope all is well and everything's healing up well. And you know, my kids, Debbie, everybody, Dan Walker, Sue Walker, the security staff that. To made it all possible. And man, as we turn our efforts towards Racers Expo, or the Racing Preview, 2018, brought to you by LST Landscaping, getting ready for that again at the Portland Expo. Really excited for that. You know, there's a lot of other things going on this off season. In particular, the Winter Blast 100 took place this past weekend over at Speedway 51, and 100-lap enduro on the snow, on the ice, packed house, packed grandstands. I mean, everything, and it's what you want, and good for them, and we'll touch more on that a little bit later. I wasn't able to make it as I traveled over to Philadelphia and to check out the motorsports show that they've been doing for 30-plus years, very similar to the Northeast Motorsports Expo, and had a good time down there, hang out with Sean Waddell, and just a total different atmosphere. You know, when you go to that environment, it would be like those people coming up to us, and we're a big late model, street stock, modified, super late model country. Down there, it's all dirt, and you know, I don't know how many tracks are within you know, 100-mile radius of this part of Pennsylvania, but a lot of dirt chassis, a lot of dirt modifieds, big block dirt modifieds. Sprint cars, I mean, World of Outlaws. Tony Stewart was there. Steve Kinzer was there. Just an amazing event, and just a different atmosphere. And it was it was a joy to kind of walk around and kind of step back and look at things. And you know, much bigger show than we're able to put on up here because of the space and the location. But still made me proud of what we're able to do, and all you vendors and exhibitors and everybody that participates in what we do up here in Augusta and Portland, because you know, I'll put them up against some of the biggest shows throughout the country any day, you know, for as far as enthusiasm and appearance and just all around racing fanfare and knowledge. So really it gave me another view, but didn't compare to the view that I see when I go to Augusta and Portland. So thank you to all of you guys again. But really a great time. We got a lot of great things coming up. And one of the things I didn't touch on, you know, about Augusta was our next governor, we all hope. And that's Sean Moody make an appearance. Had his name on the hood, the McKegg gang, the Naughty 40 racing team, put his name on their car, you know, Moody for governor. And then he went up there and you know, walked around, talked to some people, and we're going to do a lot more with Sean as we, like I said, we really want to be the driving force that gets him in the Blaine House, and you know, the motorsports community, the people in racing, whether it's motocross, snowmobiles, go-karts, or car racing, drag racing, oval track, circle track, you know, I mean, the straight line, I mean, we all want that guy in the Blaine House that just, you know, understands us, is one of us, and Sean Moody is absolutely that. And he got a chance to catch up with Peter Prescott up there, Team EJP. A lot, you know, I cut from the same mold. Two of the most respected people that I've met since I've gotten into Mainly Motorsports and the Northeast Motorsports Expo. So really looking forward to doing some campaign stuff with Sean, and he wants to come on the show and reach out, and really excited about you know, 2018 and what I think it's going to mean to his run to become governor of the state of Maine. So we're behind him at Mainly Motorsports, and we encourage all the racers to get behind him. And he reached out to this community when he last ran 8 years ago, and and we were a big driving force in his support system, and I don't think this one's going to be any different. So we'll hear more from him as we get closer to things, but really excited about 2018. But we got a fun show planned today. If you weren't at the show, you missed the awards. We're going to, what I call the 6 prestigious awards, the 4 Driver of the Year awards, the Steve Purvis Memorial Crew Member Award, and then the Award of Excellence was presented up there on Friday night, and all very deserving honorees, and it's such a proud night for me to be able to introduce these people, and then and make them feel proud as they hear the accomplishments that they made in 2017 as well as years before with some of those awards, and that's what gets you to that point. So we're going to show that and a lot more. We got some Winter Blast highlights. We got some other interviews that took place up there, talking to people about the show, their upcoming season. Hear from some of our exhibitors and our vendors, and really going to be a fun time here today on Mainly Motorsports. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, you'll hear from the Driver of the Year awards, the Steve Purvis Memorial winner, as well as the Award of Excellence winner.
Hi, this is Scott from Scott's Recreation. Most of you know that we're Maine's largest RV dealer, but did you know that we're New England's largest trailer dealer? We stock over 500 trailers, including dump trailers, open and enclosed cargo, ATV, side-by-side, utility, open and enclosed car haulers, equipment and implement trailers, and much more. We stock aluminum, galvanized, and steel trailers. We also stock horse trailers and livestock trailers. Great prices, huge selection, and no money down financing available to qualified applicants.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's coworker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Here we go again. Snow, ice, and freezing rain. Be ready with a new set of winter tires from Town Fair Tire. We stock Michelin, Goodyear, Bridgestone, Firestone, General, Uniroyal, Toyo, Yokohama, Continental, Pirelli. Every name brand at the guaranteed lowest price. Get to Town Fair Tire today and drive with confidence this winter. Because when it comes to saving you money on name brand snow and all-season tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Now the Driver of the Year awards that, I just have so much fun because I look at the stats, and obviously I follow along with what everybody does all year, and I get the emails on results, and man, that guy wins again, and that guy won again, and man, he wins again, and so that makes these fun. And what's really nice about it is you put yourself and your season up against everybody else in that category. So you win this award. Really take pride in it because you beat some of the best in the business. And the first one's going to go to a guy that's a track champion, which more times than not, this person's going to be a track champion. I don't think maybe once or twice in the history it's gone to somebody that hasn't. And he wasn't the premier division driver at his track, but he was a support division driver. But 19 starts at his local track. 7 of them he ended up in victory lane. 14 of them he ended up on the podium in victory lane. 16 top fives and 19 starts. And the 30th annual Northeast Motorsports Expo Weekly Support Division Driver of the Year goes to the driver of the number 1, the street stock champion from Oxford Plains Speedway, Billy Childs Jr. He's running. Hey, I want to tell everybody, the last time I saw anybody run like that was 5 years ago when we told old Buzzy he could come down and jump in the pass mod and be the guy to hold the brakes. So I haven't seen anybody run like that since Buzzy did. So congratulations to Billy Childs. Now, Billy, we always dream of years like this, and I mean, they might not have had 25 cars on a weekly basis, but what they had, that was some good quality competition.
Oh, absolutely. We could pick any track to race in the state, and of course Oxford's been my home track for my whole life, but in my opinion, if you want competition, that's where you go do it. And like you said, there wasn't a lot of cars, but the ones that were there, they were all tough to beat.
No, so congratulations on winning the 2017 Support Division Driver of the Year.
Thank you, Steve.
So this one also goes to a champion, but he's got more than one championship. Probably isn't anybody here tonight that raced any more than this kid. And when I say race, they race, and it don't matter where, they load up and go. In 2017, he made 47 starts. 47 starts. I mean, that's most people's 4 years of racing, and this guy did it in 1 year. All over the country. 14 of them ended up in victory lane. 39 of those 47 starts were top fives. I mean, that's a great career, let alone a season. At the end of the year, he got all done racing his car, decided they were going to Daytona and race a go-kart. Ended up in victory lane at Daytona. He was the 2017 INEX Winter National Champion. Also the 2017 Oxford Champion and the 2017 NELCAR Champion. This year's 30th Annual Northeast Motorsports Expo Touring Support Division Driver of the Year goes to a young man that I've been fortunate enough that I watched him race his first ever race at the age of 5, and I can't wait to watch him as he takes the next step into a super late model, young Austin Terrace. Now 47 starts. We must not have no time for a girlfriend, right?
Not right now.
Not right now. But wait a minute, you're running off. Oh my God. No, you don't tell me. You always got a microphone stuck in front of your face. You win races. Talk about the next step. We're finally going into we don't have a driver's license yet. He's done all this and hasn't been able to race Thursday Thunder yet because you have to have a permit. So he finally gets to go race Thursday Thunder. His car's raced and won the championship there, but talk about the next step, going to the super late model.
Yeah, we got the super late model for next year. We're going to run Oxford weekly, maybe a few pass races at the end of the year, hopefully pick up a win or two. Thursday Thunder for points next year in the Legend. I don't know, maybe something else along the way.
Well, I'm going to go on the record to say his dad's been around this sport for many years, Jay Cushman. And this kid's going to do something that Dave Dion, Larry Gelinas, Louis Michelitis, and other guys couldn't do, and that's take Jay Cushman to victory lane at the Oxford 250, and you heard it here first. So congratulations and good luck in your future, young man.
Thanks, Steve.
You know I had to, right, Jay? Now we're going to talk about the weekly Premier Division Driver of the Year. And, we got late models, we got super late models. Some of the best competition you see on a weekly basis right here in the state of Maine. And this young man won a championship, wasn't his first ever championship, and had a great year, but he had a battle. He had another competitor, and they battled week in and week out, toe to toe, nail to nail, and this guy came out on top. Now I know everybody's sitting here thinking, oh, we know. Well, I don't think you know. This cat had 13 starts. 5 of them ended up in victory lane. 7 top 3s, 10 top 5s, and if it wasn't for the winning tiebreaker, he wouldn't be the champion. That's how competitive and tough the late model division is at Wiscasset Speedway. Your 2017 Northeast Motorsports Expo Weekly Premier Division Driver of the Year goes to their late model champion from Wiscasset Speedway, Nick Hinckley. Now talk about up there the battle you had with Josh Sinclair, and the last race you were out of it early and the crew kept working and you finished 20 laps down, and it had not been for a couple guys, we wouldn't be standing here as a champion. So perseverance, and you owe this all to the crew, huh?
Yeah, 100%. We had a 20-point lead going in, and 5 laps in got put in the wall, so it's amazing when something like that happens, how many people actually help you out, try and get you back out there. I pretty much just had to get on the track to get the tie break, so thank you to everybody, my crew, my father, everybody.
All right. Well, congratulations, Nick. Now we go to the Touring Premier Division Driver of the Year. Everybody's going to scratch their head on this one, but then after they're going to say, aha, I get it. Man, we got, and you as race fans, I just want you to stop and think how fortunate you are to get to see some of the best in the business. And I laugh all the time because I've seen a lot of these kids make their first go-kart races when they didn't know how to get in a go-kart, and now I'm watching these guys win races at all levels. And I have been blessed and fortunate to watch a lot of them grow up in front of my eyes. Your children have grown up in front of my eyes, and I can't thank you enough from one parent to another. And this young man has grown up in front of my eyes. But the thing when I met him years ago, he was already grown up in my eyes. Very mature young man, very thoughtful young man. He knew what he wanted. And he races. But he's also involved in a business. And he gives everything 110%. In the 2017 season, anybody that followed this young man's career this year knows how much effort he put into everything. He's a track champion, but that's not why he's getting the Touring Series Driver of the Year. Because whenever there was a race, this cat took and went, and they went to it. And they raced against the best in the business. And more than once, they beat the best in the business, as they ended up in victory lane in 2 Pro All-Star Series races. First 2 up here in Maine. But then before their regular season started at Beech Ridge, they packed up and they went to Oxford, raced against the best they had to offer. And all they did was end up in victory lane or in the top 5. Then at Beech Ridge, he was in a very, very tight battle, and anybody knows the battle that was there between this young man and Curtis Gary. They knew what they had to do. They set a goal to win 2 out of the last 4 races, and they would feel like they could win the championship. In the mix of that, there's this race called the Oxford 250 that they want to be a part of. Well, this young man only went up there and finished second to the guy he was doing battle with to try to win the championship at Beech Ridge. But he finished the year by winning the last 4 races at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. So yes, he's a track champion, but when you put his touring stats up against guys that did a whole year of it, and he did it in half the races, the Touring Premier Division Driver of the Year for the 30th Annual Northeast Motorsports Expo goes to your 2-time past winner, Oxford 250 runner-up, and your 2017 Beech Ridge Motor Speedway Pro Series champion, Reed Lampfer. Now, man, they don't get any better than that, do they?
No, it was a very good year. Extremely thankful.
A lot of people to thank. First and foremost, we got the EJP group, the Scotts Recreation. I'm doing this now so we can get out of here. The Fastway Trailer Sales, right? Mainly Batteries. Am I missing anybody? Docs.com.
Mission Trailers, yeah. Scotts Recreation. Oh, we could
go on forever, couldn't we?
Yeah, I got a lot of people to thank, but mostly my crew. I think a lot of you guys know how much it takes to go to the track, race Super Late models, and do what we do every week. And I owe it to them. Just they're the ones that make it possible. My crew chief, Jason Ricker, is just a tremendous amount that goes into doing this, and I couldn't be more thankful.
Well, congratulations and good luck in 2018.
Thanks, Steve.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972, and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
This one's very special to me. It's the 2nd annual Steve Purvis Memorial Pit Crew Award. You know, everybody knows, Purv, as I knew him, was my best friend, and passed away a couple years ago. And there isn't a day that I don't think of him. And shows like this, he was the guy that we'd always talk about it leading up to it, and everybody else would be nervous about what I was doing and not doing, and he'd always say, "The guy gets it done. Don't worry." And so we started this award last year, and I want to give out a you know, a little shout out each year to a crew member. And you guys all know that race. You just heard Reed mention it. Young Austin, these guys. You're not doing anything without crew members. And it's fun because, you know, a lot of crew members are friends, they're family. And this particular crew member is family. And I don't even know if they ever turned a lap in a race car. You know, just loves the sport, loves his family. And I was introduced to this, I call him young man, at a racetrack years ago. We were racing. They wanted us in tech. My daughter wanted to race. They said, we need you at tech. I said, what's that mean? He says, you gotta give me your motor. I said, give you my motor? What do you mean? He says, you gotta take it off the cart. I don't bring tools to the races because I don't know what to do with them. So I said, you got a hammer. The tech guy says, for what? I said, I'm going to beat it off the cart and give it to you because I don't know how to take it off. I don't know how to do it. I pay a guy during the week to take care of it. This guy heard it. He started laughing. He says, go get out of here. I'll go take care of it. And he did. And then there was another time that I couldn't even go to the races. I was up to Spud Speedway where I met a young man by the name of Austin Terrio. My kid wanted to race. I said, I'll drop your go-kart off. If you can get your aunt to bring her up. He says, Daddy, who's going to buckle us in? I said, tell your aunt to wear a short skirt. She'll get somebody to help buckle you in. She showed up in the short skirt. This guy's whole family was over there buckling her in. But he was always there for me. He's always been there for others. And you'll see him at a racetrack every year. Watched his son race. When they realized the future of that family was in the grandson, not the son, they made the change and went another route. And now they race every week with his grandson. And whether it's working on snowmobiles, building shitbox cars to ride around in the field, or racing there strictly up to Oxford, the second annual Stephen Purvis Memorial Pit Crew Award goes to a guy that a lot of them call Papa, but it's Joe King from King Motorsports. Joe, we got to fix your thing. It's all screwed up, but I got your part right. But I wanted to make sure, and along with this goes to a $500 gift certificate donated by the Purvis family to you and your race team from Trackside Racing Supplies. So I appreciate it, and I know you're not a big speech guy, but man, you love this sport, don't you?
Yeah, I do, and we work hard at it, and we try to help everybody we can.
And what's the biggest thing you want to do when you show up at the racetrack every week?
Win.
No, what's the real biggest thing?
Pass tech.
No, we're talking to you, not Scott, but congratulations to you and the entire King family, but Joe, you deserve that.
Thank you.
So 2018, I started thinking, who was this recipient going to be? And this is something I do. I watch the sport. I follow the sport since I was 1971, showed up at Beach Ridge for the first time. And I love to watch people give back to the sport, give their all. It isn't, to give to the sport doesn't mean the end of the night we're standing in victory lane. It's we're making memories, we're making friends, and we're helping people in this sport. And this cat has done that for many years. And when you hear me say many years, it makes you think that he's old. He's not old, younger than I am. But he's given so much for over the years. When he started, you know, he was just learning. He just wanted to race. He just couldn't wait till he turned the age of 16 to be able to race. And ever since he turned 16, he's been racing at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway. And he hasn't stopped. He's had great years. He's had not so great years. But the one thing that kept happening is he kept racing. And he's helped a lot of people over the years with his sponsorship, sponsoring cars that he races against, helping people when they're having engine troubles, lending them parts. And over the last few years, he's taken to the program they have, Thursday Thunder, and he's actually put kids in cars and given them the opportunity to race under his dollar and given them a chance to fulfill a childhood dream ever since they first strapped into a go-kart. So the 2018 Award of Excellence goes to a guy who has done so much, continues to do, gives so much, but more importantly, the passion he shares for this sport, and he's never missed one of these car shows, and that's Dan McKeag, driver of the Naughty 40. Well, thanks for everything you do. But that's all going to change. Dan, I mean, I know you're not about, you do it because you love it, but you know, you've been doing this, you've loved it, you've been a fan, and look at the names that you're sharing. Know, right? And you're on there because of what you've done. You've earned that, man. I mean, what do you think of that when you look at that?
I was just looking at the names earlier as I walked by, and I was, you know, that's pretty neat. I'm glad that I've been around long enough to see most of these people and their accomplishments, and I'm proud to be on the list for those guys, that's for sure.
And this is the kind of thing, you know, anybody that comes and watches the Pit Crew Challenge, that's Dan's team, the ladies that annihilate all the other ladies, okay? So I called Dan the other day, I said, hey, I got an idea. What's that? I said, let's get your ladies out of the ladies' league. He says, well, yeah, whatever. I said, no, really, listen to me when I say. So the media challenge is now called a charity challenge. So we have my team, Brandon Paul's team, and these girls' team that their time was only 30 seconds faster than us last year, but we ain't talking about that yet. And we're going to play for charity. Each team had to find a $500 sponsor that every team's going to get $500 going to their charity. And Dan's charity is one of his crew members' daughter at the age of 18's come down with stage 4 cancer at the age of 18. So we can all imagine what that's like. So Dan wanted to put his team out there, put the money up, and agreed with me to want to make this happen and make that be a part for somebody else. So that's the type of kind Dan is. He jumped on board, reached in his pocket, and chances are I'm going to have to put 500 with it because they're going to win us all. So this guy's a great guy. He's done a lot for the sport. So let's hear it for Dan McKeag. Thank you, Bob.
And like I said earlier, the Steve Purvis Memorial Award is so true to my heart, so close to my heart. You know, he was one of my best friends, raced with us for years. Met him back in 1990. Really, our friendship took off. Not long after, was on my crew from 1994 until I basically got done in 2006. And then anything I've done since then for racing with my daughter Alicia, Austin Terrio, Billy Penfold, different things. Anything we went back, he was always, might not be in the pits with us anymore, but he was always there supporting us at the shop if we needed anything of his expertise. And, so giving that award out to Joe King, just, he's a guy that personifies everything that Perv was about, and loved the sport, enjoyed the people, and did his part. As well as the Award of Excellence. When you saw the names on that list from the beginning, and then to add your name, like Dan McKeag got to, and then, when he walked up to the stage, and that's the first thing he did was look at those names. Like, wow. Those are some heavy hitters when it comes to racing in the state of Maine, and I just want people to be aware of what Dan McKeag has done for the sport and continues to do for the sport. Great ambassador, great person, great family man, and he personifies what that award's all about. So congratulations to all the award winners from the 30th Annual Northeast Motorsports Expo. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got some race footage.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Look at the 11.
And that looked like a wild time. We had fires, we had crashes, we had cars stuck in the snow, and just get you out of that doldrum of the weather and everything. And I think the highlight of my weekend is I was in Pennsylvania, and we were looking at a lot of the Facebook Live stuff and kind of following along with some of our friends that participated, and we're up there watching it and being a part of it. I was reading a Facebook post from Min Marshall Kennett, and a lot of people might not know Min. She's from up that way, but huge supporter of Speedway 51, huge supporter of racing as a whole. You'll see her at the pass races, you'll see her at ACT races, you'll see her at Speedway 51, always at the Oxford 250, NASCAR events, Daytona, and she gets it. She understands the sport, realizes it ain't all going to be roses and peaches and all that stuff. But you do what you do, you deal with what you deal with, and you move on. And what a nice post she had on Facebook talking about, thanking the people that came to the event, participated in the event, spectated the event, what it meant to the local economy, up in the Berlin area and the Groveton area. That not a lot going on this time of year. And, the people that came and visited the restaurants and the convenience stores and, stayed in any local hotels for the weekend and spent money at the racetrack and, bought their soda and beers and just had a great time and brought a lot to the community. And I appreciate Min acknowledging that and seeing that. A lot of people don't see what racing does for the community, what it does for your local businesses. And that's why we encourage people to support the local businesses that support this sport. And, I can give you numerous, examples of people that have supported and bought a car because this one supports this, or bought their tree or their roses or their flowers because this one, just different things, and bought their products, hell of a good cheese, HB Hood milk, it's come to mind. You go to the stores, it's right there in front of you, and we always encourage the people that support the sport, support the tracks, the cars, the tours, Mainely Motorsports, the off-season shows. We encourage our viewers and all our supporters to support all of them because it needs each and every one of theirs support for the racers and the tracks and everybody to succeed. So really appreciate that, and thank you to Min to recognizing all of that and appreciating the people that came and supported that little town and that little race. So we're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to show some more interviews from up to Augusta and hear what some of the vendors had to say about being involved up there or their business.
Hi, this is Scott from Scotch Recreation. Most of you know that we're Maine's largest RV dealer, but did you know that we're New England's largest trailer dealer? We stock over 500 trailers, including dump trailers, open and enclosed cargo, ATV, side-by-side, utility, open and enclosed car haulers, equipment and implement trailers, and much more. We stock aluminum, galvanized, and steel trailers. We also stock horse trailers and livestock trailers. Great prices, huge selection, and no money down financing available to qualified applicants.
Scotts Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils.
Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
All right, guys, we're over here in the AMSOIL booth with Lee and Kyle, the last year's Strictly Shootout champion. Lee, what's going on with 2018? I know big things.
Well, no, we're going to capitalize on what we did last year and take it one step further with some really exciting things. But I do want to talk to you about Kyle here. You know, it's a family tradition. He's won it twice. His brother's won it once. Corey Morgan's been in there, and I forget who but it's going to be fun. But anyway, we were hoping to have him here, but he hasn't shown up yet. But we wanted to talk to Kyle and ask him
what the hell are you guys doing?
Oh, tell us what you think. Step right up here, son. What do you think about the Strictly Shootout?
No, it's going to be one of the prestigious races around from here on out, I believe, you know, and the stuff that you've done and the McKeegs prior, you know, it's a pretty cool race. And
but you're not wearing your cowboy hat.
I know. I don't really look good in a cowboy hat.
You don't have your belt buckle. Well, something you're going to be presented here at the show is one of the other perks of this event. Well, you're going to have to hold it because I need two hands. One of the other perks of this event is anybody that wins the shootout.
He's got to unpackage your grand prize over here. Look at this thing.
He's going to be eligible for a Bond Arms Texan. It's a 6-inch double-barreled pocket cannon. This one fires 45 Colt or 410 shotgun shells, and it's engraved Dominator Racing. I don't know if the camera can see it or not, but this afternoon Kyle will be presented this, and all future champions will get one of these as well.
Now, Kyle, now that we have the real Kyle here, let's talk about what this race really means. It's not really about the money. You guys run one of the driver's style classes. You wheel these cars. They're pretty much cars you pull off the street, you do some modifications, and you run them real fast. Now, what besides the this prestige of winning this race, it's bragging rights, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And the things that Lee's done, you know, they're one of a kind things like the belt buckle and things like that. You know, it's just stuff you don't normally get on a normal week-to-week basis where you run at your normal tracks. And you know, it's at the end of the year where everybody's got their stuff figured out by then, and you race against some real tough guys, some of the best that are in our level of racing and street stocks, and it's just a fun race. You know, you got to survive, you got to play it smart, and hope to be there at the end.
Now, when you start a race like that, it's there's a lot of cars, there's not a lot of laps to get up front.
That's
what is your some new stuff going on?
Come to the meeting tonight at 7 and you'll find out.
Come to the meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. But what kind of game plan do you have when you start a race like that? Like, what goes through your head? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, last year, my theory on it was to get there as soon as I could. You know, it's because most of the time, you know, you're going to get the wrecks. You know, you're going to have slower cars against faster cars, and you're going to get those wrecks at the early stages of the race. So you got to play both sides of it. You got to get there as quick as you can, I feel like. That's my theory. The way I go about it is I just try to get to the front as fast as I can, because I feel like when you get to the top, you're with, guys that are going to play it smarter, and you're not likely to be back in the pack waiting for your chance and get caught up in something, because every time I've ever waited, it's always bit me. So I usually, from now on, I try to just get there as quick as I can and try to maintain once I get there, you know.
So when next year comes around, 2018, now the rules meeting's tonight, there's going to be a lot to talk about. Are you going to get a double holster for both of those guns this year?
I don't know. I don't like to brag too much because it tends to bite you, but I will say, from what it's become to now, it's a one-of-a-kind race, and going to be probably one of the biggest ones around. The short lap deal was good. I don't know what's in store for tonight. I guess there's some changes, but it's one of them things where
for the better. The
right.
goal is to make it
it's one of those things where you don't want it to be too strung out, but you want to make sure that you got enough time to get there. So definitely, if they do lengthen the race out, it'll be some different strategy being played.
Yep. Well, Lee, we always appreciate having you here at the show. You've been here for many years now. Let's talk about AMSOIL. That's what you really do, right?
Well, yeah, most definitely. AMSOIL is devoted to protection. AMSOIL will not let the racers down. If you've got a good piece of equipment, you can push it to the extremes, and we've got your back.
All right, guys. So while you're walking around the show, checking out everything, come over here and talk with Lee. We get the big meeting tonight at 7. We're going to find out all kinds of information, and I'm sure we'll find out on Mainly Motorsports what happens. Thanks for you guys' time. Good luck next year, bud.
Thank you. All right, we are here at the Northeast Motorsports Expo. I'm here with Warren from ASM Graphics. How's it going this weekend? Can you tell us a little bit about this booth that you have here at the Expo?
It's going good. It was a little slow last night, but today's really picked up good. And we're just trying to get the word out that we do race car wraps, race car graphics, truck lettering, signs, anything in the world of signs and vinyl, and we do it.
You do have like a little display here showing some work that you've done. Who are some of the local drivers at the different tracks around here, Beach Ridge, Oxford, that you have worked with?
Well, we work with Dan McCaig, Dan Winters, Nick Cusack, Wyatt Alexander, a lot of the local guys we do work for. We also do work down south for Archie St. Hilaire's Cup team. Matt DiBenedetto is his driver, and we do a lot of work for them, as well as the street stock cars and anything. We do it all.
Awesome. When it comes to ideas for graphics, how do they come to you? How does it all come about?
Well, people just usually give me a basic idea of colors and what their number is, what kind of car they have, and I'll usually make a design for them and let them approve it. If they like it, we'll make we'll print it. If they want to make changes, we can do that. And if they also, we have a design person that we use to help us with the wraps when necessary. His name's Dale Averill, and he did the design for Dan McCaig's car and Dan Winters' car.
It's cool seeing ideas come to life. Do you have like a favorite one that you've done over the years? Just anything that's really stuck out to you?
I think my favorite local car was probably Dan McCaig's car from last year that he won the Best of Show with. That was probably one of my favorites. And then we also did one for Nick Cusack a couple of years ago that was all matte black with ghost images in it, and that was pretty cool too. We got a lot of comments on that.
Awesome. We were just talking about that earlier. We were talking about Nick Cusack's old car earlier too. When you see it from a distance and you walk up and then you see like different things in the detailing of the cars. That's what really makes the cars special.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was fun to for people to watch people look at it when they would come up and touch it and try to figure out what it was, and it was pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us this weekend in Augusta, and look forward to seeing you for the rest of the weekend here.
Great, thank you.
Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainly Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a worn key. Where would you bring it? At what cost? And for how long? At eKeys for Cars, our experienced technicians will diagnose your problem and get you going quickly with a fixed price quote. Whenever and wherever you're stuck, eKeys for Cars comes to you with a new key or ignition repair. Just call eKeys for Cars, the fast, affordable mobile solution to your vehicle key and lock needs.
They raise the bar. eKeys for Cars.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs. Town Fair Tire, with 6 locations in Maine: Auburn, Augusta, Bangor, Biddeford,
South Portland, and Topsom.
All right, we're over here in the corner of the Northeast Motorsports Expo. I'm here with Spencer with Redline Performance. Spencer, we're talking crate motors. It's the big topic this year. Everybody loves or hates them. Let's hear what you got to say about them.
I don't mind them. I do a little bit of both, whatever people need, but my big thing is I get a lot of questions, why are you charging so much for a crate engine when I can buy one in Summit or Jegs for $6,500? Mm-hmm. So what I wanted to do is show people this is what you get for $6,500, but you're going to need everything that's on the tables too to get it to the racetrack. So that's where the money comes in, is all the bolt-on stuff.
Right, a lot of guys, they forget that they got to have power steering if they're running power steering. They got to have an alternator if they're running an alternator, water pump, all the pulleys, all that stuff adds up very fast, and you don't think of that when you're excited to buy your crate motor, because I know I have one and it's been great, but I bought mine used and I bought it with all the accessories, and I don't think I could have done it without having it that package.
That's right. I mean, you don't have to spend that money if you've got all the bolt-on stuff, So it's just a good learning experience, see what's here.
So now let's go back to what you're up to lately. You're a full-fledged machine shop. You have a ton of these motors out in race cars. Let's talk about how many championship cars have your name on it this year.
I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I don't know how many, but I know there's at least 3 cars in the show here that are running my engines. And I've honestly been lucky to associate myself with a lot of front-running teams. Great to work with. I know Reed Lanford's won everything this year, other than the Oxford 250, but he'll get there. But a lot of guys that run up front are supporting me, so it's good.
Now, how many years have you been working for Redline Performance? Your name?
It'll be in a month. It'll be 4 years I've been there.
How many years have you been doing this? I mean, I've met you back when you were in college with my brother, and I'm getting old, so you must be getting real old.
I'm getting real old, yeah. No, I got out of trade school and been doing it ever since. So in myself, I've been 20 years in the business.
Nice. And rumor is you got a new employee?
I'm going to work with, in conjunction with Joe Connors. He came in a year after I did at our previous place, and he's gonna bring a lot of work, and he's excited to do it, get his hands dirty, and it's gonna work out good. He'll be able to help me out quite a bit.
Now let's talk about how we find out where Red Light Performance is, how we get a hold of you, how do we schedule work with you?
The Red Line has a Facebook page, so you can go to Facebook, Red Line Performance Engines. Phone number's on there. It's 418-1695. Just give me a call. I cater to the customer. If they need something, in a few days, I'm going to do it. So call and I can schedule it in, and we'll take care of them.
All right, perfect. So not only if you need machine work done, if you need those last-minute accessories, Spencer knows what to order, when to get them, and how to set you up with a good deal.
I will. I'll take care of them.
All right, thank you, Spencer.
Thanks.
All right, we're here with Wayne Elson at the 30th Annual Northeast Motorsports Expo. No, 30 years. Tell me about how many years you've been here.
I think it's been 30.
You've been here from day one?
Day one. I can remember bringing some stuff in way back in the West Wing or whatever it was. And it's been fun, though.
Yes, and we always appreciate having you come up here. You're pretty much the only vendor left that comes in and actually sells some rivets and some racing memorabilia that's here every year.
Yeah, I think so. I know at one time years ago there was like 6 or 8 of us, so we had a hard time making a living, but now it's, yeah.
So let's talk about some of the big items you're pushing here today. People come up and asking you for to start their 2018 season.
Well, they always want the championship stuff from last year. Like now Truex is championship stuff. So we have a little bit. We don't have a lot because they don't get it out. But racing suits, rivets, the die-cast. Dale Jr. stuff is going good because he's all done now. So you want to get his stuff. And I mean, a little bit of everything. Just about the same thing we sell at the racetrack.
Now, I know we've talked about it a little bit over this weekend. Where are you going to be this summer?
Well, we're going to be at Speedway 95. Usually we're at Unity, but I guess they're not going to open, so we might be going to Winterport Dragway on Sundays. So.
And you actually enjoy drag racing, don't you?
Oh, I love it down there. I don't have to do any work. I just watch, sell parts. It's really fun down there.
All right. Well, so I know you're here every year. How do we find you when it's not the race show?
Well, you just come towards Bangor. We're on Route 2, which is halfway from Newport to Bangor. And we have a big shop. We do lots of things, build cars, and we do everything. So just come and visit us. I'd like to have people come.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you, and you've been part of this show since it started, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.
Yeah, I hope so. I kind of promised my wife I'd go to Florida next winter, but we'll see. But I'd like to take a second thank Steve Perry for this show, his TV show, and everything that he does for racing, because without him, I would be in Florida, so.
All right.
Good or bad.
Hey, I'm almost with you with this winter we've had so far. Check out Wayne at the show, and definitely if you need anything to start your 2018 program, you got to check him out. He's got everything.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Well, as we wrap up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, we hope you enjoyed some of the race footage, hearing from the award winners if you missed it up there. If you want to see more, make sure you go to northeastmotorsportsexpo.net, see the photos of the award winners, some of the exhibits, some of the other fun stuff that took place up there. And remember, Race and Preview 2018, February 23rd and 24th. Not going up against Daytona this year, so we expect a huge crowd. Still plenty of time to get your mod tickets. I think we're going to be all sold out. 200 tickets will be gone, so still plenty of tickets, but they're going fast, and we're over halfway there to the goal of 200 tickets to be able to give that mod away. So $100, you win yourself a $25,000 race car. So we hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next time right here on Mainly Motorsports.